Alright, it's the panhandle prepper here, and I just wanted to show you how I did my mulberries, since we're having mulberries this morning with our food and with our oatmeal. So anyway, here we go. As you can see, there's my bag. That's the frozen bag there. Just the mulberries. I pull them out. I have like maybe, I don't know, a bunch of these big old bags of your frozen mulberries. I just reach on in there, and what I do is just grab out some frozen mulberries, and I get about a handful per each person that's going to eat. So we'll say that right about there is going to be good for about one good bowl, maybe a little bit less per person. So there's 4 people. I'll take 4 scoops this size and put them on a paper towel, just like you see right there in front of you. And now I've already destemmed all of them, but here's what they look like. And they've got their little stem on there. There's your mulberry. You just pull the stem off, put it on the paper towel, and throw them in a bowl. Oh, there's one I forgot. So, all right, make sure there's no stems in there. Look around. My daughters were helping me, so I'll double check them real quick. So there's your bowl, little stainless steel bowl. There's your frozen mulberries. So you're gonna get them out of the freezer, pull your stem off of the frozen berry, throw it in a bowl. Then you're gonna take your bowl and you're gonna throw that bowl of frozen mulberries. See, I don't rinse them because it'll dilute them too much. I want to keep the flavor when I mash them down later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take those frozen mulberries and I'm gonna dump them into a pot of boiling water. I'll show you that here in just a second. So what we want to do is we want to get our boiling water. There's the pot on the other little stove there. So let me show you what this looks like here. I'm trying not to burn myself. The handle broke off. There's your mulberries. See how they are just barely covered. See, they're floating in there, just barely covered. What you're going to do is put the frozen ones in there and bring them to a nice boil. And then you're going to boil them for about, I don't know, I like to boil them for about 5 minutes. That way it makes sure there's any little worms or critters or anything that might get on there that I didn't rinse off earlier. It kills them all, sterilizes them, all that stuff. So about 5 minutes that'll do the trick. So what you're going to do afterwards is, after they're boiling, and I'll just show you for example how I would do this, is after they boil, what you're going to do is you're going to pull some of them out. All right, pull out a big handful, put them in that bowl. All right, after they're boiled, you're going to take your fork, here. You're going to take you a fork, and you're just going to mash them berries all up really well, so that they're like, mash them all up really, really well. I'm trying to break them down so they're almost like seeds, almost like a jam. So break them down really, really well, and then, oh good, the other ones are boiling. Good, good, good. So you're gonna break them all down really, really well. Break them down really, really well. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of that water. Okay, you want to save that boiling water. Put just a little bit of boiling water in there, and then a little bit of sugar in there, or honey or something. And you're going to mix it up and mash it down. And what you're making is a syrup. A mulberry sweet syrup that you're going to pour on top of like your oatmeal, your cereal, or something like that. So that's pretty much what's going to do. Okay, how you're going to do that. All right. And again, you can see, I'll just move this right here so you can see it, hopefully. There we go. That pot is boiling really well. Okay. So I'll turn down the heat just a little bit. And I'll let that baby boil, well, simmer. We'll say simmer. I'll let it simmer for just a couple of minutes. Get it good and hot. That way when you add the sugar into the bowl later on, after you mash it up, then it'll kind of bake and cook and turn really good. So again, what I'm going to do here is I'll show you, since I have some time. Let me get some honey. I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some honey, and I'm going to get me a little spoon. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to get me a little bit of honey. That's a lot, but that's okay. We're just going to drip some honey in there. Oh, that'll be good. Just drip a bunch of that honey in there. Oh, that'll be good. And then we'll add some more mulberries. See how I don't just dump the pot in there? Because I want that water to be separate. I don't want to have it all too runny. So I want to put in a bunch of those mulberries that have already been simmering for about 5 minutes. And I want to pour those in there. And we're going to mash them up. Again, with that honey in there, just going to mash them all up to taste. You know, every few minutes or so, you just go ahead and taste it. And you try to, get it to the consistency that you like. Sorry about the background noise. I'm at work here. And, yep, we got a little mini kitchen at work and a nursery for my children. And, we work for ourselves. It's a blessing. We're able to do that kind of thing. So, but anyway, here you go. You just keep on making it. Keep on mixing it. And you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. You can make it so it's pretty thick, have big old thick berries. Or you can mash them all down where they're just kind of like seeded, almost like a little jam or something. So, and that's what I like to do. And then I'll go ahead and taste it and see what it tastes like here. Oh wow, delicious. And so, yeah, it's the first time I did it with honey. I like that. It's got a better, fuller flavor than sugar. So use that honey. Oh, it's good. And it also keeps the berries thicker. Usually the berries will mash all down kind of like seeds. But here, they don't do that because you have a thicker paste with that honey. So boy, that is just delicious. Just amazing. So there you have it. I'll kind of show you what it looks like a little bit so you can see. It's just kind of like a thick paste almost. And you just kind of stir that into your oatmeal or your cereal or fruit pies, filling, or whatever. I mean, that's just delicious. So, all right, I just wanted to kind of show you how I did it. And thanks for watching.